Okay, so this video I'm going to do actual examples of using molar mass and Avogadro's number to calculate different things. And so we're gonna go through it. So the first problem that I'm gonna do, and if you wanna pause and rewind and like listen to it over and over again, but if you have 4.8 times 10 to the 24th molecules of water, how many moles is that? And so we'll break it down. So 4.8 times 10 to the 24th molecules of H2O. And I'm asking how many moles that is. Okay, so we're going from molecules to moles. So keyword is molecules, which tells me that I need to use Avogadro's number. And so that's the conversion factor I'm going to use. And Avogadro's number never changes. Avogadro's number is always 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. So Avogadro's number is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules in this case per mole. Okay, so I'm going to start my problem how I always do. I'm always going to start with my given. So I'm going to start with 4.8 times 10 to the 24th molecules. And then I'm going to put it over 1. Okay, and this is H2O. I'm going to use this conversion factor. I want to get units to cancel, so I'm going to set it up for units to cancel. And so that means I want molecules on bottom, which means I want Avogadro's number on bottom because that's how many molecules I have. So molecules go on bottom and 1 mole goes on top. And this is of H2O. And so when I do this, molecules cancel molecules, and I've successfully converted to moles. So my math would just be 4.8 times 10 to the 24th times 1. So that's going to be 4.8 times 10 to the 24th over 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And so then I will divide both of those out. And so when I do that, I get 7.97. So that is 7.97 moles of H2O. Go ahead and make sure that everybody can see all of that. Okay, so that being said, that's my work, and so I got my answer in moles. Now then, I could have asked the question, if I have 4.8 times 10 to the 24th molecules of water, so I still have the same given, how many grams is that? So how many grams of water is that? And so instead of looking for moles, I would be looking for grams, my mass, grams. Okay, I want to show you this way, just that way hopefully it makes it a little bit more sense for those of you who are confused. So molecules tells me Avogadro's number, grams always tells me molar mass. And so I want to solve now for the molar mass. Or I need to use the molar mass. So I still start with my given. Okay, I can't go directly to grams. I can't. So the only thing that molecules can do is go to moles. And the only thing that grams can do is go to moles. So they both have moles in common, and so that's the connector. So since I already know how many moles I have, I could go straight from moles to grams right here. So hopefully you see that. So if I had moles, I could go from moles to grams by using molar mass. So we will just continue this problem. So I'm going to come over here. So I have moles of H2O, okay? And so I'm going to put it over 1. Still just moles of H2O, but now I'm asking for grams. And so in this case, I'm going to use my molar mass. The molar mass of water is 18.016. I solved it in a different video, so if you need to go back and watch that, you can. And so I'm going to use 18.016 grams is equal to 1 mole. So I want moles to go on the bottom to cancel, which means grams go on top, which then gets me my answer. Okay, if we zoom out and we look at the big picture here, so if you look at all of this work, so we started with our original given, we used Avogadro's number to get to moles, and then we used moles to get to grams. Well, I could just take out this problem right here in the middle, and I could plug these two things together. Why? Because the units cancel out. And so that's essentially what would happen, and you would get the same answer. So you come over here, and you're in moles. So it's the same steps. Literally, when we solved just a second ago, this had gotten us moles, right? 7.97 moles, okay? But instead of me solving for that individually and then going to molar mass, I can just connect the two. And so I'm gonna now take my molar mass and put it on the bottom, so it's the same setup. If you don't believe me, you can pause, rewind, and look. And I'm gonna put my grams on top. Why does this work? How does this work? Because units cancel out. And so I have my units canceling and my units canceling. So if you're doing something like this and you are going from molecules, atoms, whatever, it doesn't matter, to grams, you first have to go to moles, and then you can solve for grams. So I first need to go from molecules to moles. So I'm using Avogadro's number to go from molecules to moles. Once in moles, I can then go to grams by using molar mass. So I use my molar mass to get moles to cancel to get to grams. So I want you to see that it's just a two-step problem, but moles is what connects it. So every single time you're always going to go to moles first. And so unless you're given moles, and then you just go wherever you're looking for. Hopefully this example makes a little bit more sense for some of you struggling. Obviously I have examples from last year where I work out these problems and I do them just straightforward and I go through step by step. And so this is kind of a different explanation on it to try to help those of you out who are a little bit confused.